Hey there. I'm always exploring new ways to help more people make more music more often, and I wanted to share a great tool you can use today to create multi-track recordings of your song ideas using just your phone's built-in mic and the free mobile app from BandLab, which is available for both iOS and Android devices. By saving your project to the cloud, you can then invite other musicians to collaborate and build out your song into a full production. You can also invite your friendly neighborhood mix engineer to the project so they can download and mix the individual multi-track files in their own studio. Within the app, you can have conversations with your collaborators and even send or receive payment when appropriate. After downloading the free app and creating your account, it's time to get your first recording session set up so you can start making music. Click the red plus sign and select Start Project. To help you get started, BandLab lets you import existing audio, and you can also use their virtual instruments, beats, and loops, or you can plug in your guitar or bass using a fairly inexpensive interface like this original iRig from IK Multimedia. You can probably find some used ones online at a good price. Now, if all you have is your phone's built-in mic, select Voice Mic, and this will do just fine to capture your voice, practice amp, or whatever acoustic instruments you already use to make your music. Press the gear icon and set your tempo by tapping to the beat you hear in your head. You can then use the plus/minus buttons to dial in the right setting for your song. You can change the default time signature, but today I'll stick with 4/4. Since we're recording live audio, the default key of C major won't really matter, but you might need to change this if you plan to use the loops or virtual instruments later. If you're playing a multi-stringed instrument, such as a guitar, bass, or mandolin, definitely use the built-in tuner before every take to make sure you're always staying in tune. And while we're here, note that the default setting gives you a 1-bar count-in before recording. I'd like to have 2 bars, and can easily set that from here. Latency is the delay between what you're playing in real time versus what you're hearing through the app. Now, if this is off too much, it can be really distracting and difficult to actually get the performance you want. So BandLab has a built-in test feature you can use to get this value down to as few milliseconds as possible. Press the waveform icon to return to the timeline view. Before recording, you'll want to plug in a pair of headphones or earbuds to monitor the click track and to hear your previous tracks when overdubbing additional parts. You can enable or disable the click track in your headphones using the metronome icon. Hit the red record button to lay down your first track. Now notice that we're recording the audio signal dry. If you apply any of the built-in effects, it will be saved with the audio and your mix engineer can't change it later on during the mixing phase. When you finish recording that part, press the stop button, then roll back to the start of that take and press play. Now since there's no VU meter on screen to show your input level when recording, listen very carefully to make sure your recorded audio signal isn't clipping. You can try repositioning your phone's mic to change the sound or to reduce any distortion. If you're happy with that take, select the down arrow. Press the plus sign to add a new track. Again, for this example, we're only using the phone's built-in mic, so we select Voice Mic. Hit record again to overdub the next part onto a separate track. Then press stop when you're done. Select the down arrow to show all tracks in the timeline while you listen to the playback. Now if you need to adjust the volume of any track, press the faders icon. Remember, you can disable the click track using the metronome icon or adjust its volume from the gear icon that we looked at earlier. Now, before you get too far into the project, it's always good practice to rename each track to make them easier to identify later, especially when collaborating. Acoustic guitar is going to make much more sense than, say, track 7. To save your project, select the cloud icon. Then Save Private, since we're not ready to publish the completed song just yet. Give your project a descriptive name and press Save Private to start the file transfer. Now keep in mind that you're uploading multiple audio files to the cloud, so you'll want to be connected to Wi-Fi for faster speeds and to avoid using up whatever you have in your mobile data plan. From the mobile app, you can invite other BandLab users to collaborate with you on this song. So from the Projects menu, press the 3 dots and select Collaborators. Search by username and add them to the project by sending them an invite within the app. You'll get a notification as each collaborator accepts your invite and starts to work on the project. Your collaborators can listen to, edit, and add to your project to build out the song into a fuller production. BandLab will save each revision and help you track who made which changes along the way. When your song is finished, you can invite your friendly neighborhood mix engineer as a collaborator too, so they can download the individual multi-track files directly from BandLab and work with them in their own digital audio workstation, such as Pro Tools, Logic, or Reaper. So go ahead, download the mobile app and create a free account today to try it out. Please leave your questions or comments below if you found this video to be helpful. If you're looking for more advice about the music making process, check out my free list on how to prep files for your mix engineer. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and rock on.